Mr. Orange,
Yes.
council members, thank you for allowing me to testify of my experience with the Center of Justice as a volunteer. I have started to work as a volunteer for the EJC since September of 2013. I was assigned to work with Spanish-speaking work people and that come to the center asking for help with the problems regarding caused by their employers. Of all the cases that I heard, all except one was about wage theft. These problems consist in failing to pay the agreed upon wages or lowering after required lowering the agreed wages or not paying at all. They seem to follow this pattern. Of course, there is nothing in writing, so it is an oral agreement, and in the first or second week they pay the agreed upon wage, and then they start reducing that wage, and finally they may not pay at all when the worker leaves the employment. The excuses that I heard was that they are not paid by the companies they work for. They will send it by mail, or one in particular, the owner of the company wrote a memo saying that this employee was not an employee, he was an independent contractor. When the workers are paid, if at all, it is in cash. Often they are not given anything in writing, the hours worked, the deductions made, and the salary per hour. They often do not even know the supervisor's last name. The way we help them is by first sending a letter to the employer asking for payment. Employers usually do not acknowledge the letter. The second step is to send them to the DC Office of Wage and Hour. This office does not have the power to enforce payments or hold the employers accountable. Often the employee does not show up to the appointment. They see there are no consequences if they do not keep the appointment, and they either deny if they assist to the meeting, either they deny owing anything or promise to pay and then do not pay. Some workers have expressed disappointment with the wage, the DC Office of Wage and Hour, because sometimes often there is no resolution to their problems. What is needed is protection for the workers. By making it compulsory for employees to pay workers their hours worked and overtime, it is also necessary, so above all, they have access to lawyers. They can choose between going before an administrative judge that has the power to enforce the judgments, or that an informal meeting with the Wage and Hour office that will have the power to also enforce their judgments. The present system is sadly ineffective. It allows employees to take advantage of workers who depend on their salaries to pay for their basic needs. I see firsthand how this affects their lives. Often they are afraid to be evicted from their apartments. So if these employers who are committing these illegal acts, or they certainly are unconscionable, do not do it because it's the right thing to do. They should do it because they are afraid of the consequences. So the law should provide for high fines and punishment, even including depriving them of their working license, their business licenses. So we ask you, on behalf of all the workers that are suffering this injustice, to pass the Wage Theft Prevention Act.